Football is loved and watched by millions of people around the world. It's a game that's based on fairness, honesty, and sportsmanship. However, many instances throughout history have occurred where players have cheated to gain an unfair advantage on the field. Football cheating can take many forms, from diving and simulation to max fixing and doping. Today we'll look at the 10 biggest cheats in football history. 10. The Marseille cover-up. In 1993, French police got their hands on a stash of francs buried in Valenciennes player Christophe Robert's backyard. They had struck gold in one of football's most scandalous sagas. Robert confessed that he and his teammate, Jorge Barachaga, were offered a deal by Marseille's midfielder Jean-Jacques Idely and general manager Jean-Pierre Behrens to throw a crucial match which would decide the league champion. With a squad of heavyweights hand-picked by their flashy owner, Bernard Tapie, including Eric Cantona, Didier Deschamps, and Rudi Völler, Marseille managed to clinch a 1-0 victory. However, their tainted triumph was short-lived, as they were stripped of their 1992-1993 league title, relegated to the second division, and banned from all European competitions, thus robbing them of the chance to defend their 1993 UEFA Champions League crown. Marseille only returned to the top flight 3 years later in 1996, looking like a mere shadow of their once glitzy self. 9. Calciopoli, 2006. The beautiful game turned ugly in Italy when its authorities blew the whistle on a massive match-fixing scandal involving some of the country's top clubs. AC Milan, Fiorentina, Lazio, Reggina, and the pride of Italy, Juventus, were caught up in the controversy. Referees were found to be involved in the scheme, throwing matches and influencing outcomes. The penalties were harsh, with Juventus suffering the most severe punishment. The team was relegated to Serie B and stripped of 2 titles. They were also disqualified from the UEFA Champions League and ordered to play 3 games with no fans in the stands. Fiorentina was also banned from European competition, while AC Milan was fined 30 points in the league. The scandal rocked Italian football to its core, leaving fans disillusioned and wondering if the game could ever regain its integrity. 8. Rivaldo, Brazil v Turkey, 2002. If you think Neymar or Ronaldo's dives are bad, you clearly didn't watch the Brazil v Turkey match at the 2002 World Cup. Rivaldo took simulation to a whole new level when Turkish defender Hakan Ünsal kicked the ball towards his leg and Rivaldo went down, clutching his face in agony. It was a performance worthy of an Oscar and the referee was sold. Ünsal received a red card and Brazil won the match. Rivaldo was later fined for his outrageous acting performance. However, it didn't stop him from playing a crucial role in Brazil's triumph. 7. The 2005 Whistle Mafia. The Brazilian football scene was rocked by the Whistle Mafia scandal in 2005, which saw 2 top referees, Edilson Pereira de Carvalho and Paulo José Danilon, caught up in a web of deceit and corruption. The referees were found to have accepted large sums of money from outside investors in exchange for influencing the outcomes of several matches across both the first and second divisions of the Paulista Championship. This was a major blow to Brazilian football's integrity, with fans feeling cheated and betrayed by the actions of these whistleblowers. In the end, both referees were banned for life due to their involvement in the scandal, leaving a stain on the sport that would take years to wash away. 6. Thierry Henry, France v Ireland. In a game that was practically a matter of life and death for both teams, France and Ireland faced off in a World Cup playoff to determine which team would advance to South Africa 2010. Ireland lost the first leg 1-0 in Dublin but bounced back in the second leg in Paris, when Robbie Keane scored with a header in the 33rd minute, pushing the game into extra time. Ireland was in the driver's seat, but then French player Thierry Henry used his hand to control the ball and set up William Gallas for a goal that put France ahead 2-1. Henry's dirty trick was so obvious that he even admitted to Irish defender Richard Dunn after the match. The incident cost Ireland their spot in the World Cup, but France didn't make it far either, as they returned home after the group stage with only 1 point. 5. West Germany v Austria, 1982. This incident was so shocking that it led to a change in the format of the World Cup finals by FIFA. In the 1982 World Cup, West Germany was surprisingly beaten 2-1 by African nation Algeria and needed a result to qualify through the first group stage. However, the World Cup schedule meant that Algeria played their final group match 24 hours before Germany was due to take on Austria. Both nations were aware that a victory of 1-0 for West Germany would result in both of them advancing, but at the cost of Algeria being eliminated. West Germany secured their 1-0 win with a goal from Horst Hrubesch in the 10th minute. Apart from that, there were very few opportunities for goals throughout the match. To prevent such blatant cheating, FIFA decided that the final group game matches must be played simultaneously. This rule is still in place. 4. Diego Maradona 1994. Maradona's triumphant comeback at the 1994 World Cup in the USA was overshadowed by a scandal that revealed he had taken performance-enhancing drugs. Despite being labelled too old and injury-prone, Maradona silenced his critics with impressive dribbling and balance in the group stages, culminating in a stunning goal against Greece. However, suspicions were raised when he celebrated by screaming down the camera. Maradona played again in their second group game against Nigeria. However, it was later discovered that he had taken ephedrine to enhance his performance. As a result, he was banned from playing in their final group match against Bulgaria. 3. Luis Suarez. Uruguay v Ghana 2010. Throughout his career, Suarez has been involved in many incidents on and off the pitch, including racial abuse and altercations with other players. At the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, Luis Suarez found himself at the centre of controversy when he palmed the ball away from the goal line during Uruguay's quarter-final match against Ghana, denying them a winning goal. Although a penalty was awarded, Ghana's Asamoah Gyan missed it, and Uruguay eventually won. Suarez later said that he would have done the same thing to eliminate England in a later match. However, Suarez's controversial actions did not stop there, as he went on to bite Italy's Giorgio Chiellini in another match. Despite the controversies, Suarez is widely regarded as one of the most talented players of his generation. 2. Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, the former Tottenham Hotspur winger, who was once the PFA Player of the Year, has seen his reputation tarnished due to his diving antics. However, Bale has defended himself, claiming he's merely trying to avoid injury rather than gain an unfair advantage. Bale has been known for going down very easily and continues to test officials' patience. He's been booked many times for simulation in the Premier League. He is the all-time most booked player for diving in Tottenham's history, with 7 yellow cards. He continued his antics in La Liga as well, where he's received cautions from referees. Bale has argued that what others assume to be simulation, diving, exaggerating, or cheating is in fact a defense mechanism to avoid being hurt when opponents try to stop him from running with the ball. He claims that he's trying to save himself and his career. However, his explanation has not convinced many, and he's been exposed numerous times for diving. 1. Diego Maradona. Hand of God. Argentina v England 1986. One of the most controversial moments in football history occurred during the quarterfinals of the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, when England faced off against Argentina. The match was evenly poised at half-time, but shortly after the break, 5'5" Diego Maradona jumped in front of the England goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, and punched the ball into the net. The Tunisian referee Ali bin Nasser failed to spot the handball, and Maradona's Hand of God goal would go down in infamy. However, just 5 minutes later, Maradona redeemed himself in the eyes of the world with a stunning solo goal, in which he dribbled past 5 England defenders before slotting the ball past Shilton. It was a moment that encapsulated both the beauty and controversy that surrounded the Argentine superstar. Footballers are human beings and can give in to their unprofessional side, either by doping or other forms of deceit. If you find this interesting, then click on the card on the screen for even more engaging content.